Day today, good bounce back from the guys, and you talked a little bit yesterday about trying to be better in all three phases, and kind of how would you assess that today?
Yeah, I thought, defensively we played really good. Offensively, you go double-digit hits, double-digit runs, and then on the mound, I mean, we were good. I'm not going to say we're great, but you got to give some credit to that offense. That offense makes it very challenging for you, and I love how, Raj's decision, man. Let's go to Bivin. Sometimes you can save the game in any time. It doesn't have to be the ninth. And the other statement it makes is we trust our pitching staff. So if you could go to Tucker Bivin at any point of the game, that's saying to the entire bullpen, the guys that are available, you get the last 3 outs, and we trust you. So I hope our pitching staff learns from how the bullpen was used today, and love how we bounce back. Championship teams, you get knocked down. That happens in college baseball. That happens in the ACC. What an opportunity we had today to bounce back, and obviously we jump out and score 9 runs in the first 3 innings.
What was the message to the team after that game yesterday?
Juice was the word of the day. Take advantage of the opportunity. We showed some scenarios where teams got drummed. You go to the super regionals and there's teams that lose by 2 touchdowns. And then they come back and win the super regional. It happens often, and just trying to teach these guys about toughness and be professional, be mature, turn the page. And it goes the other way too. When you have a great day, don't get too high and don't get comfortable. It says we have the letters EIE on every shirt in that dugout. You got to earn it every day. So win, lose, draw, turn the page and come out, be professional, be ready to play.
Speaking of juice, is that why Pat Kelsey was yelling juice before meeting the players?
Yeah, I gave him a little. I mean, he obviously has juice. I think we've seen that, but I wanted him to know, hey man, our word of the day was juice. So that just only fired him up more and fired up our guys. And yeah, I think it was a great day for him to be here with his energy, and anytime we can help in the recruiting world and show off our fan base and the great atmosphere here at Jim Patterson Stadium, love to help out.
You talked a little bit about the decision making with Roger and being able to go to Bivin early, and that's kind of the way baseball has been trending, right? Like you look for the high leverage situation. Doesn't necessarily have to be in the 9th inning. It can be at any point in time. Is that kind of something you and Roger have discussed previously on wanting to move in that direction, or is that just kind of something you see and do in the moment?
Nah, he knows. We college baseball is a little different, because you play 4 games a week, and so usually you'll see teams go to their guy before the 9th. We just felt like today, the way their offense was yesterday and the way it was creeping back into the game, when we had first and second, nobody out, they're 1 swing away, and now it's a 9-8 game. You go from 9-zip to 9-8, that just deflates your whole team. So for Tucker to come in at that point, put up a 0, we came in, we put up a crooked number, and it's a game of momentum, and that's a momentum offense, as you saw yesterday. And good teams are. I think we're a momentum offense as well. So that was just a huge point of the game, and it paid off.
So talking about momentum, you stuck with Bivin in that 8th inning before things started really going from there. And even though Virginia had those 3 runs in the 9th, you kept Corbett in. Talk about the trust you had in those 2 guys in those situations.
They're just, Corbett's been through a lot, and at times he's been really, really good. I think today just what pitchers can learn is strike 1. Obviously in those innings we gave up runs. It's a leadoff walk or an HBP. Sometimes it's an error. It wasn't an error today, but and stay aggressive with strike 1. Sometimes really good offenses like that, they're gonna squeeze the zone, make you throw a strike, and I don't think we did a great job in those last 3 or so innings. A little too fine. Just stay aggressive, and it's okay to give up runs. When you have a big lead, just make them earn it. Just make them swing it.
On the offensive side of the ball, you've talked at times this year, sometimes it's been the younger guys who have really carried you. Today you had a couple veterans, and Humphrey and McCoy, who really produced today at the plate. Obviously McCoy a couple homers. Talk about what it's like to get a big lift from those guys in a big spot after last night.
just we trust these guys. They've heard us talk about the lineup. It doesn't matter where you are in the lineup. You know, we've shared the story. Spencer Torkelson hit 7th in a lineup for USA Baseball. Like and he was the first pick of the draft, right? Like it just, you're in the lineup, you're in the lineup, and the only time you're in that spot is, I guess, when the game starts, because you could be the third hitter of inning 2, or you could be the clean. Like, so the 1 through 9, the lineup gets a little bit over-analyzed sometimes. It's just nice to know at the bottom half of our lineup, years we've had Danny Rosenbaum, we've had Ben Bianco, we've got Ryan McCoy. Like, we got double-digit home run guys in that bottom half. So we're not just so top-heavy. We've got balance, and you got, it's a little faster in some spots, a little more power in some spots. Like I told these guys, I should be able to just pick it out of a hat, and you're just play the game the right way, and have quality at bats. And but it's nice when McCoy, you know, you just want him to get his swing off. I mean, yes, he'll strike out sometimes, and he'll have some tough days, but don't doubt your ability, trust your ability, and just stay aggressive.
And speaking of McCoy, what do you think is the biggest difference in his game this season compared to last? Because the pop was still there last year, but it seems like when he got to ACC play, some of that ability to put the ball in play like really teetered off towards the end of the season. But now so far, yeah, there's plenty of baseball left to play, but it seems like he's got a much more consistent approach at the plate.
Well, I think we talked about it in the preseason, you know, the expectation of a McCoy, of an Eddie King, and Eddie was heading in that direction. He's had a couple tough games, but year 2 of being an everyday guy in our program, how much better you should get. And then year 3, right, for Isaac and some of the other guys. So our staple has been player development. Our staple is the longer you're here. And we're not trying to act like we've got the magic potion. Sometimes that's just experience. That's just going through the struggles. That's going through the tough times, and you learn and you grow. And you see with pitchers too. You know, pitchers do the same thing. So just work hard, stick to the process, try to keep getting better. You know, you never arrive. You know, you show up tomorrow, it's a new day. Let's prepare to do everything I can to, as we like to call it, just win the day.
What was the message today in the outfield, and what will be the message tomorrow as you guys flip it to the finale on Sunday?
Just, you know, championship teams can bounce back. You have to show the ability to bounce back. We took it on the chin. Let's bounce back. Doesn't mean we'll win today, but man, you gotta play with more energy, more juice. You gotta play cleaner. You gotta be more competitive than we were last night, and we did that. But on the flip side, right, don't get too high. So don't get too low. When you get punched in the mouth and you hit the deck, you got to get up, and then don't get too high. You know, don't walk around with your arms up in the air like you just won a world championship, because it's a new day. So to be professional, to be a championship team, turn the page, and let's prepare to play good baseball tomorrow, because obviously we're playing a really good opponent.
Great. Thank
All
you.
right. Thank you.